Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather.
Hey, this is Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
The views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of BODS Mayhem Radio Network, its staff, affiliates, or sponsors. Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to BODS Mayhem Radio Network.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. This is Mother's Day. I want to wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day. This is a very special BODS Mayhem Hour. I have one of the local bands here from Eastern Kentucky on the air right now with me. I have VictimEyes. Do some Q&As and talk about horror music and just odds and ends, things like that. And hope your guys' evening is going pretty well. So I want to introduce the band here, VictimEyes. First off, I have Jack York and I have Wayne Douglas here with us. So Jack is the guitar player and
vocals and
guitar and vocals.
And Wayne is also the guitar and vocals. Ha! So guys, let's come on in here. Let's get this interview on the earns away. Let's talk about VictimEyes. How did VictimEyes come about?
I've been playing with Wayne for about 6 years now.
Yeah.
Started out with some other local guys, and Wayne was playing with a fellow drummer in another band, so we just ended up hooking up.
What would you say is the best part of VictimEyes, group-wise, song-wise? What's the best part of all about it?
I'd have to say it's because we all love what we're doing. That's why we do it. We certainly haven't made any money doing it. We've spent money.
Yeah.
But what makes it good is we play the stuff we like. We play it because we like to do it, and we would like to reach people that also like to hear it.
Who all is actually in the band?
Well, at this point, it's me, Jack, and Wayne, and then we've got a bass player named John Allen, and at this point we have Wayne's son,
Matthew.
That's
playing
cool.
Drums.
Playing drums.
That's cool. You got your sons in it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's kind of like Lemmy.
Yeah.
Lemmy's son played on stage with him a couple of times for Motorhead, so
Cool.
that's actually pretty cool. Now, how did he get started into this? Was he into it at a young age, or did he just pick it up? Or?
Oh yeah, he started playing drums at a very young age, and it didn't take him long to get good. It's really good, and he just developed a passion for playing drums.
That's awesome.
There was a point when one band me and Jack were in where our drummer was leaving.
Yeah.
And so he started off as just a temporary replacement, and we just, liked him so well, we just thought, hey, we'll just keep him.
That's cool, someone like that, especially your son, playing the same stuff you guys do. I think that's great. Influences. Wayne, who was your influences growing up?
I'm going to kind of date myself here. I mean, I started off listening to all the way back to Kiss, Jimi Hendrix, Deep Purple, Zeppelin. Boy, there's all kinds of those great guitar players from back in the day.
Yeah.
But some of my favorites are probably Ace Frehley, Jimi Hendrix, Richie Blackmore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jack?
Basically the same. I started out on Kiss. I was a Kiss fanatic. As I got older, I started hearing more like big on Alice Cooper, Iron Maiden, a lot of the bands from the 80s, a lot of great stuff.
The thing about Alice Cooper is he threw a chicken in a crowd, and then he's like, I just remember that chickens don't fly. So they tore the chicken up and threw it back up on stage. I actually saw the documentary of him not too long ago, actually. It was pretty crazy.
Threw the chicken back at him in several pieces.
Yeah.
The last interview I saw, he said that the section he threw it in was the handicap section, and it was the handicap people that actually killed the chicken.
Oh, no. That is crazy. Let's talk about the music scene around here.
Well, unfortunately, it's more of a lack of a music scene. We've played shows to 3 people.
Yeah.
That people will not leave their computer, they won't leave their video games, they don't get out and see the shows like they used to. And that concerns me mostly because if you don't support your local bands, then there won't be bands later on down the future because there'll be no reason for anybody to do it.
Where have you actually played at? I mean, any big places? I mean, are any...
We've played, I think we played like at the Monkey Bar back when it was called the Monkey Bar.
The Monkey Bar in Huntington.
Yeah, and we played the Sound Factory. What was that Charleston or Huntington? I can't remember which one.
Sure, we played the Empty Glass in Charleston.
Yeah,
that was a killer place.
There's a location I might be able to help you guys out. There's several actually that you might not have heard of. One maybe Buster's in Lexington.
Yeah, cool.
Buster's, you can check with them. Yeah. Buster's are always taking people into play.
Yeah.
The place in Whitesburg.
Summit Lounge.
Yes.
Yeah, we went and saw a band there just the other night.
Yeah.
They had actually they had LA Guns over there
Did they really?
last summer, and I was thinking, your LA goes in Eastern Kentucky?
Awesome.
You're kidding me? I would like to went and watched it, but I heard that Summit City is so small, you know.
The band we went and saw was Midlife Crisis. Great local band.
Oh, yeah.
And they had quite a bit of a show. They had more of an audience than we could usually get in this county.
Yeah.
But, you know, the thing of it is, regardless if there's one person there, you're still playing your heart out for them. Just, you know, regardless of who it is.
Yeah, every show we've done, we've gone all out.
Yeah. Well, we'll play it like it's Madison Square Garden. We don't care. I mean, we just love playing so much, even if it's for 3 people or 30.
You're the guitar player, right?
Right. And he's also a guitar player.
So what's your favorite guitar that you play?
I've got an SG that I play a lot.
What about you, Wayne?
Well, going to most of my influences, played Stratocasters. I play a Strat.
Stratocasters?
Stratocaster.
I've always come close to, every time I buy a guitar, I would always come that close to buying a Stratocaster, but then I'd end up buying like something from ESP, or I'd buy a Zakk Wylde ZV Custom, which I bought a Zakk Wylde ZV Custom. Which, you know, I'm left-handed. So for me, buying guitars is very hard.
Yeah.
Because I have to pay like an extra about $150 to $200 extra.
Right, just for left-handed.
Yeah, just for left-handed. And I've tried to switch them around, right-handed to a lefty, and there's no way. the tones get in my way. There's just no way about it. You guys were a different name, then you changed it. What? Do you mind if I ask what happened with that? Can you talk about that or no?
Yeah, we can talk. We were called Trespass, and then our singer left, and we played with another guy for a while named Chris, and then it just seemed like everything started kind of falling apart, and we weren't all keeping it together. So we just kind of took a break for a while, and then when we got back together, we started singing on our own, you know, just taking turns doing the vocals, and we kind of like that, and we kind of want to go that direction. So we thought, with it being that big of a different band, you know, the different singer and all that it was time for a different name.
And our material was going in a slightly different direction.
Yeah,
we were doing in Trespass, so we figured, hey, we're a new band. We got a new bass player at the time. That's when John come into the band.
I've got the CD from Trespass because Deb told me about you guys, and I immediately went and checked it out and liked it, really liked it. And me and Jack couldn't work on a date, so finally I said, how about next month?
Right.
So he's like, that works.
During that time for the date was during the time when we were kind of not playing and we didn't have a singer. So it took us a little while to figure out which direction we were going to go.
So you guys are more or less rock with Trespass. Are you guys still rock with this new band, or heavier?
It's a little heavier. It sounds a little more vintage. You can hear a little bit more of our roots in this.
It just has a real groove to the music. You know, I mean, it's heavy, but it has just that nice backbeat groove.
Good. That's awesome.
The one thing that we have always tried to keep, though, is we like songs with melody. Mm-hmm. We like, no matter how heavy a song is, if you don't walk away humming it, then there's something wrong.
Very true. I totally agree with that. Because you always want a band that's going to leave an impression on you and say, well, what was that song called? And then go find them and dig them and get all the CDs.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I know that. Well, I was playing music in high school, and I noticed, like you were talking about, maybe 25 to 30 people. And this is like 14 years ago in high school. I'm going, is this really all worth it? But at the time, I was playing because my dad was sick. It was the main thing to help me with everything that was going on. But I was doing it too because my other friends was playing too. But the several shows that we played, it just seemed like you said, it kept dwindling down and dwindling down. And if you wasn't this main hardcore band, it's like they didn't want anything to do with you. And still today, I love punk music. I love punk music 110%. You know, but I like what you guys are doing. You guys are still playing. You didn't change your style much. That's what it's all about. I mean, you got to adapt. You know, if it's the same old thing from CD to CD to CD to CD, you know, eventually it's going to be like, man, don't we do anything else?
Unless you're AC/DC.
Well, yeah. That's true. That's very true. When people come to your shows, what can they expect from VictimEyes now?
Maybe just to see just a really good show. 4 guys that just love what we do. We play our hearts out, and we just love it. And hopefully that same thing will translate out to the audience, you know, and get that energy going. And maybe they'll feel it and just dig the music, dig the show.
I'd have to say more of the same. I mean, if you're sitting at home and you're playing your video games and you're sitting in front of the computer, get out there. There's a world. You know, you don't know what you're missing. There is nothing like hearing live music.
Yeah, it's like social network, you know, in my day was actually getting out and meeting people face to face, going to a concert, going to a bar, listening to a band. and meeting each other and just having a good time.
Yeah. If you see a listing of a local band playing somewhere, go. Take your wife, take your friends, take your family, take people. Because like I said, if you don't start supporting local music, there's not going to be local bands to see.
Very true. That is very true. And once again, I go back to that when I was playing in high school, because we had a place in Pressburg called Board or Line. Everybody thought it was the Borderline. I was like, no, it's not the Borderline. It's Board or Line. It's for skateboarders and things like that. It lasted like 2 years, and it was gone. You know, that was a relief for some of us kids growing up at that time.
Right.
We had a place to go, a place to hang out, people that was just like us. Dig the same music that we did, and loved music just like we all did.
Right.
And then it just quit.
Yeah.
It was taken away.
The first local band I ever saw, I don't even remember the name of the band, but it was at Prestonsburg High School, and this was probably the early 80s. There was maybe 200 people there. If you play a live show now, if you're a local band, you'll be lucky if you have 12 people.
I wish that I could find a location to bring back the local scene. I wish that someone would do that and have some contests for these people. Give shirts away, give CDs away, contests, stuff like that. Make them interested in it.
Well, going back to like Whitesburg, the Summit Lounge, I'll give them a shout out, because at least they're still trying. Exactly. They have a place that you can play, and there still seem to be some people that had interest, and there is still interest if people would just do a good show and keep putting out good music.
I think here's my opinion, Jack and Wayne. If musicians would take the time when they do shows like that to meet these people, that's a tremendous thing for just average people to meet someone like that. That, to me, to say, okay, hey, look, you can go meet Doyle or whatever. You can meet Michael Graves or whatever. To meet those guys, that's amazing, and it's amazing to meet you guys. I mean, all these people that I met through this is awesome, because I respect what you guys do, all of you. Because if it wasn't for you guys, a lot of people wouldn't be doing nothing. Music is a scapegoat, people. Music is, you can release your feelings, you can release your stress, you could just get it all out on a piece of paper and write music to it and be done with it. I mean, it's a, how can I say, it's a therapy.
Exactly.
Music can tame the savage beast.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. Have you all ever been contacted by anybody to say, hey, look, we're interested in you guys, we want you guys to come do a live show or something, or...
Yeah, in the past we actually, there for a while, we played out quite a bit.
Yeah.
But we even played a festival one time. What was the name of that? And again...
Crooked Creek.
Yeah, Crooked Creek.
It was in London.
Crooked Creek?
Crooked Creek,
yeah. And
wow.
You would have thought that there would have been a big crowd, but again, there was maybe 50 people there, which was
this
a
thing
shame.
was promoted and promoted and promoted.
I'm sure they paid the sound guy more than they made from tickets, I'm sure.
I don't know, there's a lot of little local bands that are coming up right now, and I tell them, keep doing what you're doing. I know it's going to get hard, but just got to keep digging. Mm-hmm. You got to make stuff happen for yourself. Right. You got to keep doing it. Are you guys writing a new CD right now? Yes, just recorded one, or what?
We're working on a new album right now. We're about 5 or 6 songs into it. Hopefully we'll be getting that together so we can get out and start playing again.
Yeah, we've never quit recording.
No,
that's the thing about it. We have our own studio basically, so anytime we're not playing out or putting stuff together, we're recording.
Did you guys bring some new stuff?
Yes, we did. There's about 3 songs here from what we're working on our new album.
Awesome.
As an Untitled album.
Okay. Does everybody in the band contribute, or is it just mostly Jack, you writing the songs, or Wayne, you? Or?
Yeah, we pretty much all just we contribute to writing the songs. We'll get together one day, and maybe Jack will have a riff that he's been working on, and we'll sit down and we'll play around with it and get an arrangement down and just keep working on it. It becomes a song. Sometimes it'll be me or John.
What's the longest you guys ever recorded a song?
Oh, goodness.
You mean the longest song or the longest we recorded on a song?
Well, the longest that you've ever... Okay, both. We'll do both questions.
In a former band, we had about a 10-minute song.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional, but it ended up being that way. 10-minute song.
So you guys were competing with Guns N' Roses and Metallica and all those?
We're working on our opus, our magnum opus.
And we lost.
When you do a song that lengthy, do you ever play it live, or just say, no, we don't want to do it? No.
Did we ever play that live?
No.
No, I don't think we ever did. No.
Okay, you said 10 minutes was the longest song you guys ever did, right?
Right.
What about recording-wise?
We've had some songs to do where we've just scrapped them and started over.
We might change 2 or 3 parts before you know it, it's a different song, and we scrapped it. It's not even called the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, in a former band, we had a lot of songs that we had written, but we didn't like what the singer did with them. So we actually ended up re-recording some of those songs and totally changed the lyrics, changed everything about them except the music.
And next thing you know,
and next thing you know, it was
song.
What's the inspiration behind your guys' music? I know that you two collaborate a lot, but does it really matter? Do you just throw something down and he just comes behind you? And
it can go many different directions. Sometimes we'll come up with just a guitar riff. Other times we may come up with, a vocal line, or the drummer might do something cool and gives us an idea. It can go a lot of different ways.
Yeah, our lyrics, at the risk of sounding hokey, they, most of them come from just life experience. Things we've been through, or are going through, or we just feel.
Have you guys played any festivals?
Just that one that we talked about.
That. We've done Hillbilly Days a couple of times. Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys prefer clubs or festivals, or does it really matter?
If there's people there, I'll play them all there.
Yeah.
How was the Hillbilly Days? Did you guys play this year at Hillbilly Days, or?
No, we didn't get to play this year, but we played last year and the year before.
How was it?
That's actually probably one of the bigger audiences that you get in this area. Problem is, the people's not there to hear you. They just stop, I guess, to rest.
I know another local band around here that plays a lot is Downtrend.
Yeah, Downtrend's great guys.
We played some shows with Downtrend.
Yeah, Downtrend.
Awesome guys.
Downtrend's pretty cool. I've had Josh on the show before.
Oh, Josh. Yeah.
Josh's a good guy.
Yes,
really good guy. And they actually just played in Louisville last night with Pop Evil.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw that. I was happy for him. I judged a Battle of the Bands at Prestonsburg High School not too long ago.
Yeah.
And Downtrend played, and they didn't place, which to me was a shame because they definitely should have placed. Yes. And I even talked to them afterwards and told them on my scorecard they did place.
Who actually won that?
Midlife Crisis won.
Midlife Crisis.
And what was that other band that won? I can't remember. It was another band out of the Hazard area, I think, that came in second.
If you could play with anybody, alive or dead, who would it be?
Alive or dead? Jeez, I don't know. There's been times I'd like to jam with Jimi Hendrix, I guess. Maybe Carlos Santana. That'd be cool.
Really?
Without a doubt, Ace Frehley.
Ace Frehley?
Yeah, there you go.
What's in your music? What's in your CD player right now?
My CD player. I've got some Thin Lizzy. I've got Kiss. Again, just old school stuff that I grew up listening to.
Thin Lizzy.
King's X.
Really?
Listened to lots of King's X.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome band.
Thin Lizzy's awesome too.
Yeah.
Thin Lizzy was awesome. That's all I can say. Jack, what about you?
Right now, it would probably be one of our mixes. Because we do a lot of mix downs and we'll take them to the car to see how they sound. But usually you'll find probably a big mix with me. I like a lot of different bands.
Any bands that are coming up right now that asks you for advice, what advice would you give them?
Only do it if you love it. Don't do it to think you're going to get famous or make money. I mean, you might, and that would be great, but do it because you love it. And
don't make it your main goal. Do
right.
it because you just absolutely love to do it.
How would you want the fans to remember you guys by? Like if they came and left the show, how would you want them to remember you all?
I would want them to... That's a good question. I would like for them to get in their car and be driving home and catch themselves humming some of the songs we wrote.
There you go.
Because that would mean that we succeeded in doing what we wanted. We wrote something that they liked.
How can fans or anybody who loves your music get in touch with you guys?
We have a Facebook page that's under construction under the new name, and that's VictimEyes. So just search for VictimEyes. We spell VictimEyes a little different. We spell VictimEyes.
We also have a new email address, I guess.
I'm not sure if that's set up yet.
It's not set up.
But if they go there, especially in the coming weeks, we're going to add some tunes to it. We're going to add a lot more to it.
Give us some likes.
Yeah, definitely click on like.
Yeah, I've been posting on Facebook announcing the interview tonight, and I thank God you guys come by for this interview. Say personally, thank you for what you all do, and don't give up because you guys got a lot more experience than what I have with playing music. So keep it going and just keep staying true to your music, and it'll happen. But
I would like to give a shout out to you and say thank God people are still trying.
Exactly.
You're putting the music out. No matter how many listeners you do or don't get, you're putting it out there.
It's just getting out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is what it's all about, man. I mean, get the music out there, get people's ears open and eyes open. Just give it a chance. Hey, even if you don't like the music that I play on here, just give them a good hearty listen to. So I want to thank VictimEyes, Jack and Wayne for being here. I really appreciate them coming out. So anything new that they get, hopefully they'll send to me to put out here, and I'll definitely put it out. I don't care a bit too.
You're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.